This month's German pack includes a little book called Freistoß for Frieda, which is about a girl who joins her brother's football team, and on one of the other video links you'll be able to hear me reading this out loud so your children can follow along and get used to the sound of German and start to pick out words they understand. It doesn't matter if they don't understand all of it, if they can pick out one or two words that they know, and then the next time they listen they might know a few more words. Then you also have some 3-part cards. So these are used a lot in Montessori. You have a larger card with a picture and a word underneath, so you lay all of those ones out first. You'd put the whole lot out. Then you match the ones that have just the picture to them. Like that. And then we look for the labels. So we've got der Bruder, die Mutter, die Familie, and der Großvater. And if you're doing the online lessons along with us, you'll practice saying and understanding and recognising these words as well. So that's the family 3-part cards. And then there's another set of 3-part cards which work in the same way, and these are all words to do with football, and they're all words which are taken from the book. And then you have some verb cards, so you have the English verb and then the child will match the German verb to the English one. There we go. And that just helps them to learn some more vocabulary and recognise verbs. And all these verbs are also taken from the book. So the more they use these activities, the more they'll understand from the book. And then you have exactly the same kind of activity but with adjectives. So that's the symbol for adjectives in Montessori. And they just match up the German and English. And again, most of those are taken from words that are used in the book. Then we have this sheet here, Wie findest du Fußball? And this is about being able to give your opinion on things and ask people's opinion. So, Wie findest du Fußball? How do you find football? What do you think of football? Ich finde Fußball klasse. I find football great. Ich finde Fußball gefährlich. I think football is dangerous. So they can use this card to give their opinion on football, and then they can have a go at changing this to something else. Wie findest du? They could put in there the name of a favourite music group, they could put in food, they could put in basically pretty much anything, a different sport that they want to ask about, and then ich finde, and they say your noun there, and then they've got the adjectives all the way around. So that's for helping them to practice asking and giving their opinion. And then we have a verbs activity here. This is to help them start to recognise and learn the endings that go on verbs in the simple present in German. So what they can do is they can take one of these cards, so fliegen, which means to fly, and these verbs on this card are all ones that have been in here as well. And they thread it through like that. And we always say that we need to take off the en, so pull it along till you can't see the en anymore. And then these are the endings that we add. So ich fliege, I fly, du fliegst, you fly, sie, es fliegt, he, she, it flies, wir fliegen, we fly, ihr fliegt, you fly, and sie fliegen, they fly. And they have a whole set of verbs that they can do that with. And then the last activity just helps them to, again, practice their verb endings so they can lay out all the verbs over there and all the pronouns over this side. And they can also get used to putting these into the right order, so first, second, third person singular, first, second, third person plural, which they might have been doing already with their language work in English as well. So ich, du, sie, es, ihr, sie, and they can always use this if they're not sure to copy the order down there in. And then they find the correct ending. So ich kaufe, du kaufst, sie, es kauft, wir kaufen, ihr kauft, and sie kaufen.